How are you with your body and stuff?
Body's good. Right now,
Your knee healed good?
my knee healed great. Both my ankles, my back healed. I got a little a big toe issue going on. That's just been this
He's talking
nagging.
about that. He'll slam his toe down and it dislocates.
Yeah, so I got to get that addressed immediately.
It keeps dislocating.
Yeah, dude, and I'll have to stomp on it with my other heel and
To
it
pop it back in.
back in. Yeah, and it's
I used to have that with my shoulder where it just came out too many times, and then
It's
it would
not
just
good.
come out for things where I was like, that wasn't even.
But what
Yeah.
you told me was you get a good 20 minutes on after that.
yeah before it actually
then-
really locks up,
and
and
then
it
you're
just
out.
doesn't bend. You know,
It goes
doesn't,
stiff from the
Dude,
swelling.
it stays stiff now. So I got to get in there and get the cartilage out, and been waiting until this project was done. And,
Is there a way to tighten that through surgery?
I believe so.
They said that.
Yeah.
Toe surgery.
It's just so yeah. And it's so lame. It sounds so lame.
It's
I almost
not,
don't
though.
even
It's a
like
big-
talking about it.
Your toe is like.
Oh, it's so crucial.
But it's my big toe. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a huge
No
balance
way. I
point.
can't
everything.
imagine. There's no
Huge
way.
balance point for everything. And it's a first point of contact when I'm taking impact. So I've been dealing with it for a long time and taping it, and I'll tape it to my other toe, but then it starts pulling on my second metatarsal, and it just,
When was the first time it happened?
it happened in Australia when I was 19 years old.
Did you put it back
Yeah,
right then?
immediately.
You did.
But then I had to fly home because I thought I really broke my foot,
Right.
and they were like, "No, it's a dislocation." But but I couldn't walk because that's the first time anything really comes out of place. It's been there forever.
But I mean,
the-
you put it back before even going to the hospital.
Oh, for sure. I have a weird thing, dude, where I mean, unless it's femur where you can't, but
Something about the body, man. When you pull a bone off and then you put it back,
you
it's
got to put it
still
back.
a little tender.
I have to put it back.
Yeah.
Well, and you
I
only
wish I
have,
had known that when I did my fingers.
bro, you only have so much time. 'Cause-
I know.
Yeah, you got to
was
do
too
it.
late.
You got to do it while
yeah.
it's the
I
adrenaline.
thought it was broken too because I've never seen him pointing that direction. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I broke my fingers. And then,
Yeah, your stuff was broke.
Yeah.
no, not my fingers.
Oh,
I dislocated these two fingers a couple
a
years
pool.
ago, skiing a pool.
isn't there a
And-
video? There's a clip of that, right?
There's a clip of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize at the time that I could have just and then when I finally got to the hospital, it was huge. I had to cut my ring off, and the dude had to yank on it for so long to get it in there. Anyway,
Hey, my shoulder used to come out all the time, and if I had a friend that knew how to put it back in, so I would immediately go over to him and he'd yank on it and put it back in.
I got a good
But
story.
if he
about
wasn't
that.
there, I'd be running around asking people, does anyone...
yeah, I had a
Yeah.
friend like that.
and
I had
somebody
that
would be like,
friend.
I think I
Crazy.
might. And in the end, I'd be like, look, just hold it and I'll do it.
Yeah.
I just had to have someone hold it. What's your one? Anyway, you hurt your elbow. Tell me your...
Yeah, I
Because I
had to
remember
pee.
you got
Sorry.
an ugly elbow, right?
It's ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing is not.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gross, dude. It's gross. But I actually broke it probably 5 times, legit 5 times, one surgery to clean it out. But like you were saying with your shoulder, I would fall, and since this bone has flipped, and I don't know how it happened, dude. Maybe it was casted wrong each time, and it just it would come out of the socket. So it would shoot back this way, and it would be out here. My
Yeah.
elbow would be here, bicep would be down here. And I had one friend, my friend Tony, who was just a savage. And there was one time it happened at my park where it popped out, and I'm like, dude, you got to pull this thing back in.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how to do it, so we were jarring on it, and it was so gnarly. And then he twisted my wrist and pulled, and it popped back in.
Yeah, and then you figured it out.
And so he was the only one that knew the thing. So I would do it at Dew Tour, middle of my run, be holding it, and I'm I'm looking only for Tony, and I make eye contact. I'm
but
like,
he was
"Bro."
always there when it happened.
Oh yeah, he was always there. He was always around, dude. And he would come out in the middle of the course and just I'd have the safety dudes that are there, trying to hold my elbow. I'm like, get off of me. I'm like, Tony, get this thing in.
Yeah.
And then it would go in, and obviously then swelling happens, and then you're out still. But
But it works for a little bit.
But I had to get surgery on that to get that fixed and cleaned up. And
I have to talk. I know. Obviously, I realized that you were inspired to be a pro skateboarder because of me. I probably helped make you, but now you have your own skateboard. It's my little joke. Leave me alone. You didn't have anything to do with it, Tony. It was me.
I didn't say anything.
He didn't have Tony Hawk wheels on. Dude.
I'm
He had
just
Jason
I'm
Ellis
just
wheels on.
enjoying the
That's true.
conversation.
He
That's
knew,
all.
he knew what was up. But you have your own skateboard company now,
yeah,
and you sponsor small people
yep.
because you have an eye for small people talent.
Yeah, I mean it's the eye for it, but it's also like, you know, I see this generation of skateboarder coming up right now. I see what they are influenced by, and there's a point where I think you kind of lose the kids into the social media aspect of skating, and they lose the joy of skateboarding and what it's really about, and like actually going and skating without filming. Like, remember when we would just go to the skate park
Yeah.
and just go skate with your friends?
To learn a trick.
Yeah, not everything
Without a
has to be
camera?
documented, you
Yeah.
know? Not
No, I did a
everything has
720 one time in
to
my
be
life,
filmed.
and nobody filmed it.
And
I
how
didn't, and I don't remember going, why didn't, nobody had a camera.
it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You were skating to skate.
Eddie,
And
my friend Eddie saw it. That'll
Yeah.
do.
Let's call him.
Yeah, dude, I swear if I have to, I will.
Yeah, so man, I mean, I started Sandlot Times and just decided to have fun, and I saw that there wasn't really a skateboard for young people coming up right now, and so
Yeah.
I just worked on a mini that I like thought was dope, and because of Sandlot, we call it the Smalls, you know, just
Yeah.
to kind of go with the movie. And
Did you have a small board when you were a little guy?
I had for like a second, and then
What was that company that was doing stuff?
There's like
that?
16. 16 was kind of a smaller like board company. There was Termite. I never rode a Termite board.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I mean that was part of the
Yeah.
ether when you were young, so I feel like
Yeah.
that might have sparked it.
Yeah. Dude, I rode for Brian Patch's company Clockwork when I was like 6 years old, 6, 7, 8. So
Amazing.
That's so I always rode a big board.
Yeah.
I always rode a big board. My dad always said I would grow into it, which I did. You
Yeah,
know,
he
and
was
I,
right.
and I respected him for that. So even the small board that I made is a 8-1. So it's not like 7.75. It's a 8-1.
It's just shorter
And it's just
wheelbase.
a little bit shorter, you know,
Okay.
13.5-inch wheelbase, just to get them stoked
Yeah.
and feel it. But the second they start growing up, they can go into, like, Wyatt just switched right now to an 8.25. Like, he's 9 years old. He's gonna ride an 8.25 now, and it's sick. So yeah, we have Wyatt, we have Paige, you know, two youngsters that like really love skateboarding and love the aspect of learning still, and like are skating to skate. And then we just put Manny Santiago on. Manny's one of my good friends, and we're kind of like yin and yang. He's real like outgoing, his energy. I'm a little bit more like conservative and just a little bit more like quiet, I would say. So, but we mesh off each other well, and we have for 20 years, you know. So it's fun having a skate company. It's hard. It's a lot of work, Tony. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, for sure.
It's exhausting, but it's fun.
It's super fun, and it keeps me in the loop. Keeps me constantly like watching what's going on with skate and skate trends and things like that. And I just, you know, I wanted to have something that I could do my way.